Say
light.
We na me di hu na we di me fa.
Ufeti kata dia wodi hu no mame. Fa onsa. Hu kanea.
Ni a me di hu ni.
Fa onsa nto so. Hu kanea. Ese wani we ni hu kanea.
Ni a me hu yi.
Hu kanea.
Da bi o.
Eti aso yesum.
Da bi mi fa hu hwe.
Aso yesum. Wodi wonsa fa wani so kra hu.
Da bi.
Okay, eya wo sa ni fi sei ni.
Na me kan 1 year ni.
1 year, what dey call hospital?
Me pa cho
Why operation?
Da bi.
Ya wo so panie.
Da bi.
Okay, nti e be hwa ma. Why?
Me pa cho yo.
Okay. When you know, when I was when you ba ko adum me kai pa. Eti se ansan e be na aba so hwa.
Say no.
Eti kata ba ko no ma me, kata papa no. Aha. Say no, dia na san wo ni so ne kakra.
Say no me first na ye tun
pa
na say no. En sheda ye tun no.
Ba wa say tum ni atoate.
Aba kakra from kakra.
Atoate kakra. En say enye deep. Say na wo de ba ye. Aha. Say na make kire ye bra no. Eti say mama ante kata mama kata wani no. And say tum na swat no say ohun light.
Say afan say no. Me hu say ho no ye han kakra.
Okay.
But me hu say.
Ohun say. Eti dey na ohun wo.
Ho no I say bra bi gina ha.
Okay.
And I say wall so
wo ho. Ampa na bra na tare kala be no hye.
O hye.
The top no.
Top no ye yellow.
Yellow. Okay. Sister no. Ba ko no na we hu. Okay. E na dey mbiem.
E na try no so na ye say blue bi.
I say blue bi. Ayampa o hwe corner ho. Nti we hu the o hye ho sister no die. Mama why ade? What I say? Because when na wo say adum kura no. Eye kakra. What I say? It is so far as I would have first say ni kura ehu color yellow. Pacho mo amani ye no. Se mo so obi hye yellow. Obi so hye blue ana meboa. Aha. Eti mama e kire wo say dro na be de be boa o. Eti ni awa ka kire yen yi. Yenso ye be hwe say de wo betu adro ni so. Now de ya ama wo. De na ya ama wo no. Onso wo de ne say wo be bomode na wo be gi adro. What I say? Because wa hafa say na ehu ade ba. Ati se kakra ni nyina be hu. Eti o so wo tokoso na wo ye adro. Na bibia ye kama. Pa cho free na ba ye. Insutem. Wani ne ha wo ni fie sei ni.
If I say 1 year.
1 year. Eti e wo so wo bomode na wo gi adro. What? Because I 1 year de enhye dan che ye. Eti wo gi adro na wo ye tentem so a. Wani ne e be sante. Ama why? Ye da se wo ba ye. Ke pasha weni na ya usen.
Pacha ye mi kuso muso na ya mi white.
Na so ya white. Nta de hwe mu te sen.
Pacha left ne dia ya off by right ne dia ya kakra bi.
Dia na ya off.
Pacha left.
Tikata right ne mame. Nta no ade hwe mu e te sen.
Cha ye tum.
Ayo tum mu kanea.
Pacha no me fe hu.
Unfe hu fa onsa ne to ho. E sha se sen.
Pacha be 5 years ni.
5 years.
Pacha.
E ba ne sen.
Choma ye bibia.
Wo ho ana eye osa.
Pacha.
Okay, pacha e be so ama why?
Pacha.
Sunsum na te sen.
Chame who say nipa ni gina on so.
Who say nipa ni gina ho? But who nipa na de ban? Who de na edubu ye mfie say ni?
Cha 5 years.
5 years. Jesus Christ. And see ene ya source ma on the difference ben na be mu ama o.
But you na left ni ye na edum kra ba sisi na ase so na ye han kakra.
Okay, left no ye tum kra ba sisi ano han abaso kakra. Enti kata nifa ne ma me na me hwa ade. Hwa me wa ha. Wo sunsum. Sunsum na ye den. Okay, wo sunsum no ba wo hu nya sunsum ne ye. Ba first nso de nka nipa ne gina we man ka wo hu sunsum no. Enti bon se me rade e bie ba. 5 years ya renya easy o. Enti wo ba ne ye ma wo say ya. Na hye wo nkran na wa ye den. Wa force agi adura ya bosia kra bona fa sa ho yare.
Dove TV and SO TV across the nation. The last point and Augusto Awoshe. Gabi Azumi, a former constituency secretary of Domi Kwabenya. Domi Kwabenya, and member of NDC communication team. And Meka say, oh yeah, we a veteran. Emewa, who communication wins. Aquabanet say, Yozu. Yamedi Mquache. Gabi Asumi. Ya Brucha. Na your friends say Popia Yene Dabe. Mommy. Hey, mommy rather. Oh, sorry. September 5th. Okay. Dakojachi. Ufred Juso now call Crapa now. Ufred Juso now call Crapa. Now call Kwamu, Chrono, or Kokumasa, Kwamu, Chrono Gubinkum, and I Chrono Gunifa. And Nana Busumpim. Crewman, why are dear? If he's a Unimsa, Sassan or the man, Kotokofono, yeah. Yes, and I'm a nunti. You chrono free marketing, free advertising in church. Instead of be a boss, I did. First, no Kajachia, no Makobajachi Pram, so near Chronona, yeah, dear Nana, Jachi Pram, so I cashe. Benaye, Adakojachi, I bet you cry saying Jachi Pram, so. Inti Nana Busumpim, and you may Michiao. Now, yes, sir, over the weekend, Oko me region, Oko me crew. Aha, Auntie Udrusiana, what is saying. Ekoya kusi Kumasi na from Kumasi to Sunyana Kwane Yakra mebo. On say me fa mankraso. We do harness offer because Kwane ahana nye. Nti omo ye mankraso de no. Ntufa mankraso kro no mu. Me fa mankraso kro. Oh, okay. Nti wo kwa on say Newmont for no 150 yeah. Na ana Mrs. multinational companies no you want to see Newmont for na ye omo catchment area no omo ye ho no omo ye ho kama 90 na bibisa say gold bebrebe Newmont for etu o sa ahafoma mu ni bono mamu ndi omo ye kwan nyina kura koka sunya na ye de se panyi bi na betim na omo akasa ansa na omo ye ba ye mpa for no ombe ya na se watias ndi omo timi ye kwan koka sunya ya na ye de nti alice wo hwede omo ye na free okosunya anya bad eno so e kama pa ena wo free sunya so eko brekum eko suatren emfifi ho ba bi on de titinyina me nim de ho because ho titinyina after fear pre ho no after fear pre ho no titinyina ena free suatren ko brekum so de anya bad mate se mantwamo anko sampa kwan so manko doma kwan so but ma de sampa kwan no mo ye okay ezo mgu so mo ye ne pa
The man the minimum say who say Jerry Rollins pencil and now the my company be an from Munkasajan.
Yeah,
and
it's a long,
kind
it's
of
an old company.
Kind of rules or more and then you're bad. Check and to Koya Gusu who is abnormal muinano. A lot of sorrows in Kasajan for and a very quality we say a baby that's what honor. It's minim danger and say, yeah, quite saying terms. That company no more brutal.
The only thing me me call you could na ochedano. Me fa e jusu sa akokan wiamo ase. Na e kwan nya kwan kitu o. But usu obegie di say from a jusu to wiamo ase. E kwan ni damu sans enye izo nya kwan kitu o.
Ah, e jusu no wa be fa kumawu ho no. Ana
Dabi unfa kumawu be fa onse ofreju so
ana dwabe mum na make
Dr. Free Okrum Dr. Free Okrum e froze and una mo se kwani demu san kroni to aso san ekosi ose kwani mu krum
uti mfa ho san na wakwa pie ba bi na wakosi tachima ana se mampon road no mu ba bi a wo kan
oh hokra de say e froze and tonso na wo kan and tonso de say ofa kro be kwa pie friend say aguna yes uti mi fa ko pie aguna
enti wo kokọ e no hu say akwan ye kakra wo Ghana
esa akwan ne dey because distance no small distance and ekwan no so nye busy road enye busy road you can't shut down fast
mate Gabi Asumi and out in Kamen sound of bright opoku buama Asumi Gabi Asumi
tema me call in fact tema me
Gabi Asumi
send me ko so tamale cameras restaurant me call no Asumi no friend Asumi
no abatunia
assuming
Gabi Asumi right akwa baneze me hu wache na okwan no moy sa o project ya de bia kan ho asem wo your friends say malam moy
afijasi
okay
yeah Dr. Free Okrum
afijasi omonye ho no
friends my friend chamarity
obi e joso
omaya iti me dey make say yeah proactive enough, you know, even when we've been able to draw the attention of him penny for no. Yeah, say and Chema BBC answer. I like the fact that there will be some I like the fact saying there will be some how far with it because you can't see be
yeah.
I say I think this about the third time other platforms will
maybe station be able to be
exactly I've trumpeted it now. Unim dinti I ain't to one and then maybe like one man I'm a fire. And so the thing is still there. You bet Chama BBC and then you brand here to now and your Hong Kong. We say Nam say you should talk as I can chuki from SCC Honomana Obabi P barrier no Atala in fin from you know. Tamakas ni bibina ekofa wijagba we inside ho.
Okay.
Kwani so say ma. And no one can go for me DBT traffic if we see that malam and our wager
so for wajagba when I know about remove your friends wager junction I say malam
exactly na kwa journey anyone na ko be but can so say my traffic enumerate like it's bad. Wow, it's bad and I think say Yera Govins me won say he's still going around all pro but he eventually say infinity also man. I don't know what the MC can do because a friend is a drip machines in here and yet in sweet to be by people couldn't even acknowledge the importance of the drip machine and the era I could find it in fear and so I think a year who cancel like so they are drip machines now and one and the flatsy by yedi ebe boa Nancy president say nyambwa if you had a name in that minim di ntia che say omonim say MPP eba be ya battle Saturday and Sunday so omoda akoshe on we are a political party. Let's not say friend say downplay anything. You really out here in activities until they are aware. You can do the clean up on any other day. I didn't that particular day now. The political party
Friday, Saturday.
I think other places too might also vote on Sunday. In that day now, government machine, munim Saturday winning now, but you intentionally want to put it there. Understand? Sometimes, yeah, because we are political party, we are able to form governments as well.
And do you think it's going to affect the election?
No, because me as a Ghanaian, I would want to partake in it. But at the end of the day, how do I marry me going to kind of say my constituency to engage in the friend say primaries and I say constituency elections are and you also doing that of the cleanup idea. So I think sometimes let's look at things from that angle now when we are taking decisions. And I'm just to say I'm a man for Amasama Bruni, Kamaldin, Mishemu, or for organizing secretary to Mishemu Mumbo Namba Saturday, Samoba Kotabana Montomano, a branch here now for party no constituency organizing. Organizer, okay. Yes, it's no Mashama Montomano Namonkaina. He's been one guy, in fact, on a spokesperson, so the Eura. Titles Global. Oh, okay. All right. Very well. Very well. Mamenko Justice Yabua, Justice Yabua, President of Progressive Youth Federation Ghana, and member of NDC as well, and also Ananti Ghana Hakakray. Justice Aqua Banese. Ghana Hanyakakro. Aqua Banet say. So, Minsa what to Kwayaba and said, yes, you, but I dear back community when it's Wintino. What called what you call across the nation? And I can regions be on Koya.
Touring to all the country is not a joke.
Never tell
5 or 6.
Oh, so in this case, you know, Osha, is it because of say chair regions in the more exactly 16 in Tiana? Okay.
Say consistently. Also told Ghana, American political parties, constituency visitation. We continuously.
Yes, a microphone and be another.
Okay, continuously. We hear less than 53 days.
53 days, almost 2 months.
Yes. They are
meaning
umbriki. They are hapa. Out to me, Jumana, 53 days.
Okay. Yes. So far, what could be 11 regions, right?
So far.
So, Kasaka 5 for there.
What's happening? Time sharing regions.
Okay.
Reason being that
regions view are more constituency than
6 constituencies.
So, the Ashanti region.
Ashanti region, 47. Eastern, 33.
Now, it also offer Kakra Wako. Make us work with the greater part of the nation for now.
Yes.
Kakrana Wako. Oh, I see rules. Now, my percentage wise.
So, I say, making it simpler. Like I say, everywhere in the country has turned to a construction site. And that is the simple assessment of the man. Maybe district so far road development was
so meaning say now your bad roads.
Your bad roads.
Since when?
Since. And
time benson are turning to construction.
Yes.
1 year.
Yes. Oh. District single road that you construct.
But do you think would there be a time every district will be having maybe 100% super
not
roads?
Even in America. Because development
always
and yet static and yet continuous. Not even in America, even in China. Also constructed roads.
Okay.
But just that there are certain roads man didn't say it room pempens ruby. It is rules maybe to say Accra Kumasi Road. Even the air papano by now can see a chasso as I am for because road not one day perform a PSSA. In this all your Maya or your proactive on Trahoma road no and say cry. Obeshe say obey a bra. A chassis a PSSA. Sabren and so here. Ofri just so called Gabi Krumho, for instance. When we say a quina muamua. In fact, so kita saloon car crowd. When we say a quino cast never one place, ama ha ne ha kabu akakum ɛna ama mfimfini na po aba soro enti okita saloon car ne so obefa hɔ a ase bi twi what the be chance enti sɛ yeye ɔman a yeye proactive ɛne yɛ ho aso ya kwankora kasa breakers yɛ twa so e ko China yi abekɔfa akwan bi so ade ɛkye yɛ ne yɛ twa so asan agu yes amakanam so enti kai betimi ayɛ ne sa. And I also suggest this to Honorable Abuja. Ye bebano. Ye to aba NDC ba power no. Ye ka see the 24-hour economy eba. Suggestion ni be ye ne say even construction can be done at night. In fact, that is where I'm coming. In fact, circle interchange ye be anajo. Oko shukura baby an mete first shukura kofa opefa new road enti adentina
perestal ho no obakwa akoda that time bia ya pon morning show wakofie awia wo na nkwa no ba bakwa akoda na do na morning show ya sori ahomachefo aye ba no na omo agu pick farm ebesi circle na omo agu so aka na so even when NDC took over Omo continues na do na so adabraka.
Yes.
So I'm surprised.
Me will problem say some roads are very busy and the contractors don't also care. Say yemfa alternative route to be emra omutimi blocky road no. But you can't you do it at night?
And what can me come there me there ha me. Pa remember what be can we there but me there ha me pa here. What this Amasama road? What sorry no pa uku kroma. See, o junction e frɛ wo say. Mile 7. Junction ade kwa Achimota ho. Say where Mile 7 junction.
We dey kwa Achimota.
What is that road? Main road, the main fan main road. Achimota. See traffic just after Sa junction no so no. Traffic team chia kosi your friend is 10. Your time. Traffic team chia kosi Achimota old station. Na kwa kusi Sa junction na ufriwa de ekola pass e ko sei no enye bibia wo won said the last traffic na ufri na wo ko chesano traffic no eho kakran enye no etutu na de ye me ya ne say anajo aka Sunday anajo unam ho aka nam so sa kwan no so anopa wo besore no na amana kakra na eda ho no akoso traffic from there to Mile 7. From there to Mile 7, no. So odi traffic close to 3 good hours. Oh, quite juma. And they say, what the chroma say? Now, quite more ministries. That's also an adobe too.
Accra crew. What Cantamanto Junction? No, Eddie Kofa baby and GNTC said that's all. GNTC. How they found call Rollins Park. Kosham mana. Saloon can't mean for who. Amana a 2 ewo. Oh, why?
And why? One baby we can one Malam Junction, Malam overhead, no. Just as well. Yes. Man so free.
No, La Paz. Total feelings is what will rise.
The overhead in Ancasaso. Who said, I said, Tais been in a Musi. Overhead in the eye.
But I'm informed, say, and there was a report, one of the television station here report about that stretch, no. There was another reporter, the same came out to say,
so my
traffic was flowing very well. No, on the if it sir engineers no yes, our quano. Frititi so to be and so and to every cry in so abetao. And so turn on to every cry, and the possibility say, Sir Quano, and you have a quackota, and I say,
no, ye come overhead in Ancasaso.
Overhead in Casaso.
Over to Senka and Nampukiasi, Onam Sra. There's this meaning say first when can be ties be so I say across musi it will do why you need to slow down and any moon so to and I want to take you 30 minutes overhead no so ankasa
you can say
what they call a filling station they want to write maybe it's really bad and I don't know
me visit Ghana ankasa ya kwan there we have a long way to go
for that particular stretch no the other concern on the overhead no the other time I was seeing says Ufi stretching a linking to Malam Junction. So Ufi La Paz ba the linking to Malam Junction.
Yeah.
Minim se na bisi aka no. O se kwan no we na one change na concrete na ya ebe prevent se bi aka bi nto form ni.
Yeah.
That thing is breaking. 2 big spots on your left side just before say on a curve ni mo na baby see malam junction. It's breaking. The iron rods has been exposed and I may say it has been there for the past 2 years. But this time around it's so visible. Not one spot, 2 different spots. Car top open. Side on car if you swap the top and maybe car white cooler white van jubre. We kind of a program and a me but that accident happened.
There's a metal protectors na one chain.
And I want like metal, concrete.
Okay.
Also the other mechanism
concrete maybe concrete and 2 places that stretch no. You know say PP metals now exposed and the concrete is wearing off. We then and also Sawasha Muslim drivers born maybe like anajo on a get careful now ontimi enshona wa kochi. Anybody who is unable to do a proper steering piano will fall off.
So you're careful driving.
It's not about being careful, it's about people doing what you see. Sometimes say and kind the way we respond to it is different. Now saying then buku your friend is saying that we were here on the show when Omar and Sarah breaking news no. Adenta.
Okay, yeah.
People are past that stretch, they are seeing how big the building is. But they never spoke about it until Yama friend is saying penny for could G on them. Now they see your friends like in that sort of area. And then now
this is new town, correct?
That's what I'm saying. It's normally people want to say you can't once a man. And you can say a year or 4 1 I say we need to make sure say and for only ya by was one I say because I it might be it can say we've spoken about this thing for so long.
No, I think unfortunately to the sense I agree say that concrete or be a metal protector said the bear who navigate
maybe
who navigate a careful said the bear pool say who veer offer the concrete pillars no can protect you.
Okay.
Notwithstanding that me driving the Sabi nye who navigate careful said the TBR no.
Accident will be too
no, they make say a whole protect you no. Let's say chinchina wake speed now the car go for man. I'm telling
you, say free get
say once it technology no you sue ya na ade be no say ya asphalt no. I think say they must introduce that technology again.
Okay.
There was one say Achimota ekwana papa ko form yes what to know. What do you mean say reconstruction? So the best technology no.
It's on what it temu.
What it temu be.
Oh, but this is our kwane pa na man
into the best technology which may use e de aye kwan no e de na wo ka no. Sa asphalt na eno de untutu bibia because kwan kese ye wo ho. Sa what ase. Untu gota wonye drains wonye hwe e kwan no the engineering aspect in now all what you need to do is the asphalt no interest that and you know I don't know why ube say asphalt no
Sundays Chrome has business and it is we can even block half not half yet so if you want to do it daytime just block half because when you 3 lanes main road no into one block half an idea because Sundays are business but I don't know why. Anyways, maybe more 15 minutes now. The biggest Israel war where you're still flooding. Penny say, yeah, yet you crew no more so no. Yes, it's a issue by chromophone. Now, topic no flooding in be.
Let's say the first thing first.
Me pay the time on the call cram you okay with it because you're born a solution. Maybe that's it. We say, 15 minutes.
It's 15 minutes.
Yes.
But they can't fly.
Yeah, they can't fly. You can't the problem to the solution.
MPP for Santa and I don't show myself.
Oh my.
Don't say
short time no.
8:30 pepe. Ensu yiri esi na President Mahama wo bon to ano ho. O share Ghana fo nyina bo say you need power. Fair July ya edinya fa hodie ese oman no e be kwa koda nyame ase. Into 2025 ekoye Thanksgiving. So what you say? Fair July ekoye 2026 ekoye Thanksgiving. Zatene nsu yiri abefa yen. Na enuam MPP for so na nsu afa Ghana fo na nsu ayesei na President Mahama ni na ba kwache fita na omoda nyame ase. Ba me dem yourself nti ya omo kan na me say za grofo mu suro nyame. Na Israel mo penso David mo penso atorentan to omo Yankumo ka say mempe manantwie mempe monponchi moja me de yedan monfa aseda emfa mre manim na metie musufre obenya se woda nyame ase babu se ni papa mo ni boni mo yemfa aseda ma no na we kura nyame yakoda na ase kura manya asam de ka na maba anwo koto no kwasi ada ne memene da ensu yiri ya nti atecha abakrom ewura abakrom yanko piapia yanko sisa ne yanko tungu bola so a musi yakoto aba nti enyai mo abato nti me yankoye asafu djuma can you imagine that and these people center who you have some people grasa diana and they bo mutrimo mo djuni sa
Gabi you so I know why you fair almost show mu did before government day for clean up exercise eba anamebo and MPP is one of the major I mean in fact the biggest opposition political party oh come on
and wura be kuba bi bebre and atecha nwia yenko prapra krom ne krontia ne kro no antia sabi kolela e break mu ko gada mo ne kola ko tisiwa mu
ndezi omunja o maba no to
yes omunja o maba to so bonko ya omunko to o maba ne yenko prapra kro na we say ade so mu kan wa
and as a citizen
na omo Ashanti region
o person you part of it at least o person you part of clean up exercise
omo exercise in 2 days yeah share your branch election date in fact as of today yet so to branch election about to edit them independent to aba o ma Ashanti regional communication for yando on a share see oh misi mi tie na am say go pa na dey as na organ look how the who dey say the chromasi aye yanko ya nya buei ya buei say anya moden samu kotom abanti e chroma e tantaye
but say unya ya they should be part of it right. The clean up everybody yes. And all can say, and MP for cancer. Okay, fine. We are all Ghanaians.
They should rather postpone the internal election. Where your presidential election, internal election, constituency election. Constituency election. I've been a constituency secretary before. I've contested for region before. Internal election, you cannot postpone it to go and participate in national assignment. Now you're postponing national assignment because of your internal election.
I'm
telling you, we could have postponed it. That is responsible political party. Political party, you must think about the country. So, because on my no, I knew you win the power then over here. Anyway,
Nina data you can clean up exercise in a flood here by justice flood here by a bind say including ministers, CEOs, everybody should be part of this. Do you think say a private that is the panacea to the problem?
You see, sir to wrench and I say Suri Befa Nansen Befa Yang Ghana for a greater Accra for Queen. A bit to Cote d'Ivoire for a bit to Togo for. Now, Ushin sooner Toyana, your free be natural disaster. Now, natural disaster, the Cassie Sia. We had the Timamufobeko, and we are here. But and I'm say, it be a new mobile with the two Aquamunti. Yeah, now your friend mitigation measures. Sebio put enough mitigation measure, the impact could be minimized. But we had the Bibia Sabi Yen Kayam PBC. Nti medical sympathizing in so far why ya pausu Hey, I'm telling you.
In
so far, hey, yeah, papa. We sympathize with them. Omo sure omo kwani yi me call madam for be Oyejmo bank. What's in the fee? We see more than 30 years in Sionko Hoda. I no crowd or sorrow no pajuada no tunica or quajuma. And the wife so war in the business war hoye stroke a crowd also or corner on the and wife do Janica if ye na sinning money woofy. Yes, she's kicking a big boony wall. I'm so coffee open, go share the wife kana. Now share the entire house. When you're not done at the it's so for you. And you're easy. See, your mom was shady. You sympathize with everybody. Did they can say, oh, share a crumha. Was me about crumha, my dear say, me ha mania, may me free. In fact, me view O level. Me view O level. 1994. Me O level ana me ba crumha. Nti e fa ni nchiche mu a e ka se ye hwe mra me de ba kra ha ma brute 20 something years no so no kra wo me say Nyankopon ball e wiase bo asase to ho no Nyankopon se be onye mistake o ba bia asase bia hu se ne se de be ye nipa ye transfer so ase de esi hwe so enti na obo ba bi bo se ne nso to ana akota ho your friend Fladabo area, other part of the world. By being so tired, I caught Tahono. Bone the normally on my jack in sit down ho, no more dread and since signing no way this will grow. And I say Ramses side. Now maybe by Chroma even barrier yeah, why barrier. Pokwasi barrier yeah, why. Maybe by Chroma certain barrier, by be a sasha for Edanisino. You can't say the shell for Phyllis, you can't say the chalk run on pay. A chill in a Fladabo area, meaning so many Fladabo areas, Okroma, Usu,
barrier down.
Yet, your cassette, yet the choke was in Kukubo, crawl back as a uncle Zinkuku. Your cassette could see a you, Baby Cranner for Kramako to my back as a untimi, and a kosher mansions. Now, no queer woman say, by being so tiny, Sanya, free people so now better Tano, and there mansions I can see a Okroma, one of Buno. Stores, in fact, Baby Crowd, China more no be say because originally, that's us as an daho, South here. Na Timamufo na Ukasa old Tama mana, and I'm sending so on into onto. But when I need Sisi Crasa, and that Nintia so fire casino, and so trying a Sanya free proposal bar, a being about being Tibium. And then I'm saying about being 20, and Timpo fear. Yanka nen kusoko taiba bia mo fie no and I'm saying about being 20 that's all na na ofie na abebu dan na de woko eno na dikai the indiscipline about the sale of land the indiscipline about haphazard development construction especially housing in this country e go hetema Ramsa side ni akoye feeling ni asidan look uko malam that place was a area near pure Friday here. Omdi bola kuguma. Babi and sota na kotai no. Omdi bola guma. Ne later no more the latrite. No more the abe fele so. Na I'm for no more tongue. Yeah, I'm for kusi down ho. So many areas. I mean, maybe over 20 years. And then so ato. Ne babi and so kotai ne babi and kotai na fa na usu. They are tossing me, you know. Yenya ya huni die bola. Ya sorry a yam kura ni ye o yonko timi tena ni fia no akyekire mbola enso to anu akoto to gotam ye gotam nyina si enti nso ne to drains na senso ne enti me mfam na eno so ka ho de to so miensa ye nia leadership local government no money central government adwuma ye nyina emre bi atorenchem bi to ye ne a ye nyina enhwehwemu beda di se atorenchem atu weni ya ekwan bi so no emposasa atorenchem bi babiema esunsunsan so ne so beti kakra bi ne de look you say for bibi pond water pond in fact 15 June side disaster na see your cycle no committee no one of the recommendation is say in so no talk from
June
the
3rd 2025 2015
2015
okay
and so ne to what people so fra bri na ba and I'm say by being in so better no into yen create water pond in so ne ba na better time na ni nyina ntwi ankofankan ankokole ni mu say what yase and then sir water pond yan create ba akokra no the other place are na say so no ko chance so yes down ho we you so free wa look especially sir your friends say alaju sir ya sad drink kasi ya storm drink president Kufuor
yeah
in fact we make us those times na papa bin friend Kufuor minim say e bia nkola de o ma meto no
Kufuor you
yeah Kufuor you proposal and say we should have covered that drain but ya nkata so and na de ye bie so nti afi bia na anwa kogum na ayema nti so to a kakra bi na timi fa na abu abasoro na abefa nipa ko 2022 and there was this funding omo friend no Greater Accra Metropolitan Area Gamma and come Zoom Lion 100 million Ghana cedis now at the time yes wakoti sa odonumu and omuko tria na banko 100 million Ghana cedis and a four first led by Manase Azuri eco publishing the payment advisor a free bank of Ghana kono say at the time omne say wakoye say adwuma no na wonte odonumu we only free wa you say free bibi Garrick project where bank for the money sika the entire money kika bon was about $300 million at the time of 2024 MPP for lose power make sure some of the mitigation measures and can put you down in place to wrench and kebeba baby so and kasunsun so beti sunsun so no beba from kakra before say emfiensia emfien watuna MPP for trans no emfiensia na project no mo sha ase before say 2024 be free so no must spend over $100 million now you know what sometimes yeah now you can't think far almost $65 million plus so almost koye COVID related activities this can call no masako you o made no mkodi ye I'm telling you COVID vice chairperson what time
but we know related to flooding I'm afraid
the current project was supposed to mitigate flooding Juma na say no it was the biggest project funded by World Bank yeah ye dey kwatia sa insuyiriwe e won krankrodua mu ha so the money was meant for storm drain was meant for all kinds of projects
so in all are you blaming the MPP for what actually happened because mitiewa we say sa gata kese na president Kufuor ye ne ye friend say alajo no Kufuor you ka say kese kavaso wan kavaso ene mafi kugum sa na woka
there be no dey assembly debate and am san kato aso say 2022 Zoom Lion the company my friend Dredge Masters
yes ono so ka say okotiga te waje 100 million Ghana cedis
and a four first state e publish say wanye at the time omo man 100 million Ghana cedis 100 million yes ka gitu o enti wanye sa adwuma no and am make ato aso say Sakari project it was meant for
and ya medo MPP enti no bibi ebesi say ya bia so na mani nsi MPP person na ba be say NDC
da bi susuan pa say uso asema wo ka susuan pa say
make ade
da bi say wo say nya medo MPP na
bibi say wo say pe dia wo kan omo adawroma e dey wo ba bia ye du sisi because of bad decision
from where
from MPP
exactly because they only say
and I'm because omo take bad decision na wanti manya de pa kra no nyame ansa ma atom yiram che kase mienu eto Ghana ni na so ba ebeto and NDC why
okay
if that is
so mami you are no enu na make say wo de asusuan pampu say emfie nsia na omunya opportunity size ka we nyina ba omakwa mu no wa mama nkan wi na obeso ma no size ka bi the see here flood mitigation measures no before me gitum say MPP ni bia nya kwa na okasa so NDC ba so ne ekote de yen yesi flood you can say task force yeah ura standing
with that
no okay enti sa insuyiri ba yen nyina so boni nyina o de bo no now they assume would they let us even admit say 2025 abanoti flood task force na oma yinhwehwemu sempo so omo ka say omo ye mitigation measures ye storm drain ye flood ponds ye water ponds ye ka say go through procurement process kra nka wade sanka wie na mpo se matran so mfe nwotwe na sika aba mu nsam na we na mo de ye bia me ka say omo ka so mo de cover $65 million omo yisu $7.9 million at the quiet consultancy. Now can no man catch also a World Bank and I consult besides some and a consultants. MP before now who consultants a coye. And ya brought for no mere consultants. All right, and I see for my man. Me see for no. The me person may come and go see any say. At to rencham dear a home. But at to rentam to say some ray are 2 years near best a better transfer fini afifani. Na niema esi eye ni fi bebre ni anye na ya no ti oso ena mo na mo betra so na atwe ntwem atu a se be any discerning minded person bia be hu say na nti die nhihye pa na mo di gu akwan ma ya aban foforo ba so afeni fape ya to renche we abeto o ma mo de mu fi say mo ye niema bia eye soronko a we ena de abreye
me da say right.
Friend is saying, I'm sure you've seen how sometimes when we have issues like this here discuss here, I'm passionate about some of these things. So I'm here back, flood in Sensemi and Simbia, a 2 like yeah. I remember Mr. around like there 4 years near to Lansoman Polyclinical and it flooded. And at the time, my parents had traveled. See. It's only the kind of bedroom when they entered the room, not the bedroom, and nobody was there at the time. But I saw how they struggled, to bring us out of the room. Identify the idea. It's not as if I've not seen it happen before. I am very measured in my dealing with it. I've said it before. We flood is and by Namesa Kabium say, I see it to be in 2 folds. The attitude of being estimate for. And you also leaders are the responsibility of Nkofaya Day to make sure Mosamudi any. They didn't kind. The attitude as Ghanaians is questionable. Say Yendi Huni. When you say fly this year, they are not Monday giddy and so toy. I saw a video Kwabania Satambola and also good the very place at Chukia is on a bubanifi. So I think a neighbor in the travel to TikTok. Tiname with them. Under no circumstances would we speak about flood in Ghana for and I said and the other thing I mean who say now since Russia it's become fashion. I'm just a one who see that now when your guy and maybe you went into the ancient because everybody is styling their house and so we see experts are almost share this friends flood issues there. I've listened to a couple of them and they talk about the fact that sometimes he has in Sunni Ben no makwasa asinase. Send they offer a particular house we house be 10 it move 8 there. You are told a company in that house. And you've seen how yen no be na me adum be yenya kwa outside can sometimes even outside the like you be ampona omufi there's a particular place be a car far a hold there the pavement blocks be at home but the majority side of the compound grass because they acknowledge some of these things and so they turn us by a bed a bit man no call assassin. It's something that we are not looking at yet. Baby amity when I was listening to the experts I'm like almost all the houses that I've entered obia telling me fee. So once the rains come in baby uncle, so what will you do? You would have to run off to like a different person. So that is how come as in so we are unable to deal with some of the flood issues and any attitude as Ghanaians. And I think say one idea your bedding or say your maya drink and now feeling so I hear for any penny for would die in MMDCs my main color can for us as I see beer or has say like I am for beton. It is majority stoollands. We've said this thing the last time we came here. And sometimes you wonder how come Kwabanitimi Eko Twasas because without the the chiefs near them, you cannot go and acquire the land and build. It's majority stool land. In Timbuktu, could build you closer to the dam, 100 meters away from the dam. And we said dam no answer now more. I don't know say a lake who said then so a crowd hobby. He said ye be dam na I like a boss answer. People have built closer to it. Said dams village nearby, even a friend said far off Kapon, some people to me you called, and you wonder how come him for me and penny for you do one or two. It's me a ton, I see be a new cause a ton. On my end, people are building closer to some of these flood prone areas. And also, your one idea, sometimes we cannot blame in penny for now, the governor, and now I'm saying ye pana ni password dinty. Ye na yentia see any yen yoman and your pay. We are not on the same wavelength. And it's na ye two are baying penny for. Say some of these things about ye better ye ben yank form bed journey. Now on Monday is say go akwem. When some of these things happen, and I say yen tena put money be sani money the NC. Na say ba heading it me prevent it. Yet your memoir because my when it comes some of these things, I don't want to be politics. I can't say political like about it. We will try as much as possible to be nationalistic in our approach. But 2024, 27th May, I have Facebook post of current president here John Dramani Mahama. Meaning before say you find politics na the end. You cannot shift the blame. One of the things you are president. Why me didn't who is the fact that he is unable to accept responsibility. He is unable to accept responsibility. Say we have failed Ghanaians. Who got now for 8 years? Oh man, need to Ghana for say where's your answer? You've had people to advise you across all sectors, and you're not like there's a particular video. Okay, well, I can't say me person may believe at the point. Yes, we see there. And like I usually be there, some of these things. And it is part 27th of May 2024. Or this are posted by Bunting. Nipa Bako, a young boy, a schoolboy, I can't say like a training. Very sad now. Yankebusia for you. Any years why you can flood issues. What did the president write? See, first paragraph, and I'll be reading the paragraph as and when I'm making points. Or say the recent heavy downpours in Accra and other parts of the country have led to the extensive destruction of property and, according to reports, the loss of life of a young schoolboy. One. And don't say, Sebe, I can't say, Nipa Bakukapo like I can't say like a big deal. And at the time, a young schoolboy lost their life from that flood, which was very sad. And he was right then. But Senior Kanye also this has exposed the government's failure. This has exposed the government's failure to manage and prevent floods effectively and evokes deep concern about its lack of comprehensive flood prevention and management plan. Many areas that in the past were unaffected by flooding today become inundated with the least rainfall. Considering the huge sums of money allegedly spent by this government, that was another government, on the draining the Odo and flood-prone prevention like intervention. The present situation is distressing. According to the government, 200 million was spent on Garrett projects, and he quoted here. President say 200 million. His president is telling us that we spend it on Garrett projects. Now, 27th of July, Monday now, World Bank for the report by Bunting, and they were able to rate a Jumasua MPP Amembu. Say it was what moderately satisfactory. Now, so when did Jumasumbia? How can the bank of the World Bank rate your work? Do we rate a Juma? World Bank now won a Baumian neti one and a Nanado neti one. They have in conform Moshe Sanyoman. And you see, before the World Bank even gives you that money, proper works have been done. That is why they were able to look at Sika. Say, Yedisha Sajubadin made like a bit Mamaya, I prevented floods near the other. So, like was not as if say, I can't say, Yaba Bemuna, I feel like Kofobi said they should go and do like assessments near the other. World Bank had already done that. That is why they were able to give us that amount. And they were able to rate our work, say it was moderately satisfactory. What that thing means. Not to say we were 100% done. But but this was what the World Bank said. continuing with what Yewa president said, the inconsistency of this president, any Yewa, John Dramani Mahama, by until like anyone say, Minya Betsna Asia, they are trying to shift blame and they've not been able to what? Accept responsibility. Going forward, or say, protecting the lives of properties of our people should be a top priority for government. The current administration has failed in this regard. Have they been able to acknowledge that they have failed? This was 27th of May 2024. Omit man accepting responsibility. Yera Mahama Kotina Chopanim. With somebody that's holding that one, Yera, a friend, Istanbul, your deputy chief of staff. Obia now ready kind of pound a year ago said and he was the leader of the anti-flooding situation. Anti means what? To prevent the thing from happening. Yes, flooding a natural disaster, so you cannot prevent the rains from coming, but you can prevent the the impact, say as heavy as what we saw. If one lost life, one life that was lost of a schoolboy, president was able to write this right up. Today we have over 40 people and counting. 40 people have died in this country and counting. Now at the end, you were president. A Thanksgiving service. How can we be this insensitive to the people? 40 people and counting, and you see every day we are recovering dead bodies. Because what? Or president also when one life was lost, this was what the president wrote. The inconsistency. Any boy you film Bugana for, and that this is the President Anthony acknowledged and I share what's not chopper. What did he do when you got down from the chopper with a year Estandobin? What did he say to us? He was only lamenting and now trying to tell us, this is what like he wrote again, Miss Ankancho. Or say the amount of rainfall recorded today is among the highest experienced in several years. Primarily, data indicates that approximately 140 millimeters of rain fell on Accra. By comparison, the highest single day rainfall recorded last year was about 56 milliliters. The last paragraph, no kind. How to say, whenever government begins removing structures built in waterways, some people accuse us of being inhumane. Yet, when disasters such as today's flooding occur, the consequences affect everybody. The irresponsible actions of a few individuals end up putting entire community at risk. 2024, what prevented the president to put that statement forward? I didn't know that no one said government had a priority to play like a responsibility at this. You see, you're Ananado. And then the government said they didn't prioritize Ghanaians. But today we are recording over 40 people. And you don't want to still accept responsibility, say that you are failed. Hey? A friend is saying,
what do you want?
No, you see,
on my press conference in country Ghana, on Ghana from Kaza say,
it is the first thing to do as a leader. And let me see 2024. When you, what has happened? The government don't even sweep the thing say a trivia. If in 2024,
I'm not doing that. I'm just asking you. Say, so what do you want president to say to address?
In 2024, me say as a leader, the first point of call is to accept Sedana from Medimushamo because 2024 you had the guy to say that.
Okay.
So why aren't you saying same thing? Maybe the last paragraph. I'm going to put very important to me. I'm saying my comment next one. I'll say giving the opportunity. Maybe like I'll wrap up. I'll say giving the opportunity. I am very passionate about this because young team and say leaders are young Monday or Munjingana phone.
The current leaders.
John Dramani Mahama and this are buying Ghana for Jabu. And they do not care about life lost. Or say giving the opportunity to lead our beloved country again. The new NDC government under my leadership will not rest until we find an engineering solution to the persistent flooding and implement an effective prevention and management plan. Go to the NDC manifesto for chapter 4.2. What did they write there? They were able to list the things that they were going to, based on Sansema Yeri Agenda Mani Mama, Ekan in 2024, they were able to come up with a manifesto. Chapter 4.23. What did he say? 1. Constructing dams in northern Ghana to manage flood waters from the Bagre Dam, safeguarding agriculture and infrastructure. 2. Ensuring coordinated water management to prevent flooding from Akosombo Dam spillage. 3. Developing the
Nasia and Nebugu and Palugu multipurpose dam to support all year-round agriculture needs. 4. Building water retention and detention ponds in flood-prone cities for flood control and irrigation. Mami Jampi 6. Or say empowering local governments to desilt drain regularly, especially before the rainy season. It goes on and on and on. It's about 10 pointed points. Me pacho, me bisa yeti Ghana 1 year 8 months. Which of them has this government done? Which of the 10 mankind view, but 1 year 8 months. The insensitivity of this government. Any nyachom intro chat because President Thatcher say open to me kabibia be a check Ghana for. Once the Ghanaians are going to buy to that, then you are able to win your way into power. And that's what they've done. And they've done nothing. And then you can't get rid of them. Sikana yedema, you see, government is a continuum. Yanka say yedumani in a way. That's why the World Bank's rating, Okachi say our work is was moderately satisfactory. And I'll send you a document that they were able to highlight what we have done with that Iskana. But mobile bemuno. Instead of you to continue the red down, what is the report saying? Some 13.8 million and that's a Gary Fan. Finance Minister AUC is scanning 2025. May ya seat May end of this calendar to move back. So when you listen to when you read the World Bank's report, it is reporting to us that Sikana no sanka yedima contractors because Sikana no sanka yedima contractors for the ASR continuation. They were not giving the money to do the work. Let me nyaka ba kwan asem say kwan bi on man say the old one. You can come back to come and what a do because if you are now by the time like you are done with the new one, not old one so I say. Yeah. Now you see that is and I say now you be drain story. We find like a butter each one man. We constructed a new drain and now like it was ongoing. Very well. But just for me to make my point. Inti say yeah constructive and I say we were able to do some of the desilting near there. Now say we are. I didn't move back them no. The money's left no. More to me I found contracted some money. The finance minister wants the books to look good. He wants us to give them products. Nanado during COVID time told us said we do not know how to bring back lives, but for the economy there, we know how to bring it back on track. So it means that the MPP spent money to protect the lives of Ghanaians. Who kind of president? Have they been able to protect their lives? It is a shame to the NDC.
A member of MPP communication team and I was saying, can I live on Dove TV, SO TV, na Yemfana Sema, SO Heba Hospital. Say Omwata Yeche Dijumadi Ebro. Yeba Juma Monday to Saturday 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Unim de dada eba eni padia SO Heba Hospital. She say Ubiako Hospital be so compare near Drina, Sa Doctor Naba SO say or better Druni be the money client to a Buchanese and yes, Ometra de Baconco Bohome and Famo being confirmed from Pacho, a higher wow with their bra. Na ibe shep when near the Nanomanque and Famount. Oba, ye share baby a denny free banty, a dobe falabumu, I share say diabetes, whatever. A developers are at the Anamana Bisi Tena Bisi when soon. Yeshene ye to ase ade e de amount enti bomodiana bra SO Heba Hospital ewo Accra Amasama Stadium Junction bra na yensho kama pa emfa mam HIV say wa wunim say even one who report to Heba there one now mo your margins on pese omonko di police soldier ne de keka ho ni na say one who say report 1,300 youth na omo yeso mbe join the forces work no so it's not easy always threat modern brana be pedro kama fire or diabetes stomach cancer every yade be a war system no bra na yemfa bibidro kama emfa enkauna normal koso kama emo Amasama Stadium Junction Monday to Saturday 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Oba Udu Stadium Junction be say SO Heba Hospital obi abecho justice your boy justice. And that's 15 minutes.
Uzu.
Yes.
Baby, or my neck on. Wouldn't say me new as city. Young at Tia.
Namino me why you're phony.
Young at Tia. Be senior Gabby film or an inferior corner named Kakra. Young and I am babu. The penny 43, you know, much giant.
Yeah.
Inti saying that you're
going to say,
we need a so organum.
Yes, see. You are no casa now, you pay my one thing. I will start to ask about your open and I don't be here. One day. Desire, say, I will check that.
Many shall see ye no many ajapa.
Right.
But Odibe Rieno, na ye kotireja 9. Usu oka asem bi wa ha eye ni gisem. O say NDC ka say omoba empower ede district assembly meboa. Na omo atimi asolve sa problem. The question is, I hope say we follow budgets. I hope say we tempo.
For sanitation projects.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know say? Afiwe. Afiwe 2025. Abandoned District Assembly Common Fund a call every district or share almost say 10% and finance sanitation.
Yeah.
Where are we? Okay. How do you empower them? Now 10% no more the sanitation. The question is sika sign the call. District Assembly bien ni Ghana ha 2025 unya less than 5 billion.
So 5
coming.
10%
of 5 billion.
Sa 5 billion na akọ. Emu 10% sanitation.
Into 10% of it is 500 million. 500 million.
Old Ghana cedis, right?
Old Ghana New Ghana cedis, no.
Okay, yeah.
500 million, no. More than Nana Danko Akufo-Addo total budget for district assemblies in 2024. Into Obekaso Obe empower district assembly now. Have you done it or not?
And they say,
I'm coming.
Yes. John Dramani, president of Ghana, and the Sika Rico, and I could do district one. And yes, assemblies near there, at 10% of it, at the year sanitation projects. And if you are still seeing a Uran district anymore, okay.
Enti me feel say ya twahia say ya adwenkyere kwan ye befa so ya bekekere oman na mana ye na ya kono na ye nyina yetimi atena Ghana make say ba ni say we are say I can't frame me move because I have one belief. The belief I have in me ne say and ahobrase ese MPP for gitum say obubu Ghana say no. In the history of our fourth republic, political party being lose election abysmal the way they did.
Say admission. Ghana said in 2016. Because the record year in 2016 now will be a political party. Abysmal performance.
I admit.
Very well.
I admit.
Very well.
Now, Osu.
Yeah.
Who be a question be interesting pa? What say? I didn't think ye way na near dash and so that's what you wouldn't say crying yet a puano
100%.
Wouldn't you say?
Okay.
Yeah. And so and get one like a seeing air coboy, air cobopum. Meboa.
Yeah.
Messi. And so now air cobopum no session. Jitum senkran ye lowland because since baby apoda no asase ne wo fom enti nsuo na eba bebo pomu a edimirika na eba hwese nsuo firi aburi eba ozo what the American say
justice who did they walk out the namibo meeting one baby amemetin
yes.
Boy say I was through say ya eneba.
Yes.
Eti I can imagine ensuo na ye wo low land ntino.
Yes.
Atwa every sro ho ebegu down ase. Se ensuo nya bo na ni na kitwa bi se group hwe. Me gata no.
Yes.
Ase ensuo atobo so me. Because there what here no so nyina sane aba ho
ɛna wo wabɛtena boom ɛna ɔdoma nkoma bɔ adeɛ no baabi nsuo nam no wasi dan asi hɔ enti wo pra kurom a ɛdan na wasi asi nsuo ne kwan ne so no does it stop you from flooding?
David.
Okay. Enti fa no to nkyɛn. Deɛ to so mienu, owusu.
Yeah.
Matese nkrofo bebree ka sɛm a ɔmo se ai yɛn gates ne nkrofo atowura gum. Yes. Ghana fo ye fi pa. Ya ɛkwan yɛ fa so di ehuni no. Ɛnyɛ. But it is not entirely true. Owusu. Uko gata achoki a ɛdeɛ na achoki gata ne ɛyɛ rubber. Rubber ne titani. Enu ti no hu say rubber. Odo river ɛdeɛ no was ewum. Ye timu a ye yi rubbers.
Ateche na ye.
Ateche. Yeah. Ateche ne ye deɛn ɛyɛ nɔteɛ ɛna akogum.
Nɔteɛ refri ne go.
Hwɛ ye yi gata ɛwɔ mi area hɔ baabi amete no. Ɔmo mu ye. Gata no mu yi ne nɔteɛ si no.
Ina ɛnɛte, yeah.
Ompatemu a wote no si ne kɔhwɛ gata na ɛwɔ hɔ.
Nɔteɛ na wo.
Okay. Eye denti ne notie ko choki gata. Na o kasi Kofi Wayo say yensi Odo river no.
Anyo
Alaju die no. Enka yen kata so. Enka ye west ka sabre ka project na say
because choki dia engagement.
Yeah. So I don't subscribe to it.
So Kofi Wayo plan.
Yeah, papa.
Okay.
Yes, same penifo me na nanom say ye tempo anu ide ne yete de yete anwea mu. Ti ha ya nwea.
Okay.
Nyankopon wo de nti ode ahaya anwea no ama ha ye clay. Kanipa be wu. Anwea ne soki ensuo na agu fom no. Meboa. Clay ensuo gu a ntimi no kwasa ase. Enti Nyankopon nyansam no obɔ nkran no ɔyɛ na anwea. Enti ensuo ototo won nkran ha to fom kitu abu be hu ensuo efiri fom oba. Anwea ne na asoki. Wo kosi dan ɛdan yɛ wɔn kran ha nyinaa ya concrete no owusu ɔmo ɛti amasaman ha ɔmo major challenge ɛyɛ nsuo
as in
pipe ma
okay
true or false
okay
na nsuo to ana foul adeɛ kyi ana okwa kope nsuo ano
the
yan say we yetimi sa that is the fact
ɔman na
Nyansa Ghana ni ankasa nyansa hwɛ
including elite
obi tenkran ha yes your citizens ni nyina hwɛ obi tenkran ha na de kye man woman bi wɔ me nkyɛn hɔ dan nsuo to kɛse yɛ fa nipa no ade kye ni tank aba ho yi nsuo agu ni fie ka tank you sa ka no tanka no baabi okɔtwe nsuo ni bae no you don't know the source
abra yɛ tie kurasi nsuo to sa yɛ nkonsuo na wɔhwɛ okoya so bi agu
that is it enti owusu me se me ka saa ko se sɛ enipa dwen bɛba yɛ ho so me fie nsuo nto ngu fam me kɔtena hɔ na ɛhɔ yɛ baabi nsuo to ya na erosion me wo bu two types front wall me trans di me se so so ine firi himfira bonten na eba efiri mi am fie ha enchance na ya bɔ hɔ no dan na wa boso no ensu etofi egusu ni nyina egu fom owusu misan na monkran ya mehunu abrosan ni ya boso ni ya rain gutter na rain gutter na say ensu gu fom
ese kura de wura ties na se na de ato gutter na wo ho
nyansa bia ni
na do be di panfo yi na atemu
ensu na e fa no ensu na ye fa no ensu na ye fa no yejimi straight away yejimi hwɛ owusu
ye jimi na man so
and when so fire
this particular so fa panifo
me say ye jimi ni so fire
e fa ministers o
so your sofo so your hini ensuo na ye fire ye nya na jimi abom ni nsuo fire
justice so we be makati mu de makati yo makati wa
Charles Makati oti alaju oti alaju mego
we are na no oti awai we are better na oti
para oti
enso say na oti
enso
what dey afa me say enso afa me da
enso oti nsuo mu ba bia nsuo to a na wa sidan hwɛ ɛdan
Oh yeah, the would ye na atem.
me obetimate ni na say pass me di watem.
Would ye na atem.
Me describe a situation. Hwɛ dan ya ɛwɔ ha yi, ɛso building nyina. Opa. So ni nyina na emfa drobben baako, pipe baako, na nsuo ntɔ 1 minute, na hwɛ nsuo efiri ɛso. Ɛnkyɛn so.
Me sɛ ma hu bi wɔ me hɔ no. Ɛdɔso pa.
Adentina. Yenye the policy say. Untimi nsi dan wɔ nkran areas bi. Wo de animdifo na nye. No mu di market. Se wo si dan dia. Harvesting rain.
How do we harvest it?
Said ye maye wo me fie hɔ no.
Oh yeah, say.
Ma two form. Me dey back hole bi. And me do two form. And ma concreting. Me concreting ma cast so. And nsuo a ɛwɔ me fie hɔ na eto ni nyina. Ma connect egum. Usu, it will interest you to know say nsuo to 2 days na yema.
Emusun so.
Me cut na ho me nto nsuo da. Nsuo mai ho me ni Ghana water.
And I won't to be ankasa.
No. Eye nsuo na so free soro na. Eye year round.
Oh.
I use it for 1 year. In fact, me next door neighbor, Mr. Chris, one so ye bi. And the power area how ba be bu nsuo me dem say me momumu. Because who won chance no. David, why say? Who die now who team no?
Money you go.
David, who die now who team no so one chance. My one chance. Who wa fa cement a concrete o form.
Oh, who say answer?
Enti me person me kire o say ka oba ye no. Maka kire Mr. Chris.
So what is the principle?
Onyai mana o ma o mo na no ti the Ghana for.
Say what ka kire.
Yes, onyai. Enti pastor when you something in abundance, enti me ma onwe. Enti no, say oba ye nyina na nsuo eni area. What did the be kire na say? E na me wo nsuo. E na wo oba no se me ma. What does it tell you? The kire na say the en ma ye wo ho a wo be pe nsuo o me nche. Enti ma me nya bi.
Okay. You have a point.
But because me oba wo be nya bi wo me ho nti, nyansa ne ma wo tirim se ye bi.
You have a point. Me ti me na kura say na mi sakra. Me first time me hu covet. Kese yi. Akura si o. E na mo aye ne kese te say dem mu ha sei. E na te say no commoding chance na bon chance na no ante ta. E te say e bon pa na nsuo because ye twa kwan be say from ha to. Me fa ne say pokua say na ekoso nsuo yi ti so ba. E te say nsuo to a 2 months 3 months ye nkonsu. Enu mu na yesegu
so me ne me yere ne me
ba me ba kro me ba kra ha mahu
me ne me yere ne me man kwa ne tifie nti nsuo ne yehia dodo asan.
Okay, you have a point.
Nsuo na eto no na
ko say na etinye.
Now the second one also wonim die nti aba bia nsuo tai bia ensensan wo ho
nyame
wo de hwe ba bia nsuo to a e sete no afro ho no hwe wura eguru ho. Ewura be na ya de gro. Ensensan. Eno nti no di ahwede wo afodwe mu a eyeyie no. Eyewura Nyankopon de bobae. Enti sansensan no ntime na ensena. Ye won sensan a ewo ofie kura ma ofie ne ye de eyefe. Why don't you green your compound? Now we go concrete. I can simply understand it. Now, enotie na eto ekogu ye gata mu no. Sa notie no. Yeyi gata unse ekwan ne yeyi efie wa ha fie wa ha ne yeyi gata to ne yeyi gata to between ye wall and gata na no na ye gyan ne saa ne note ne wo ho enti nsuo ne to a na wo hye note na ba begu nuanim. What does it tell you? Simple national policy say wo dan now between a wall no to gata na ya ye no ye nhye se dua grass. Ensuo nton twen note ne mabegum owusu nti me chance ya jimijimi ne nsuo fire ya. This is true. Now enkrofo ka say bottles na dodo say yes almost ye bi but when say bottle no any fi no a dori o man no ye ni nyina na say yensanwe owusu landfill site wa kra nyina sesei ayema meboa komala kokoshe abobo ya apaki asala
ma we so okay is it this engineer Anaba
okay
that na okay sembi o say enye dan ya ye bubu ne ye say o ye abu nso na accident ends of a problem the agents of a problem is first baby a yekosi sada ne si nsuo mu no de wo kana ɛhɔ yɛ afronti na nsensan wo ɛna na nsuo no to a ɛtwe no nipa ni besi dan no wa feel hɔ ama na duru bɛyɛ sɛ level yi ɛyɛ sɛ okobu dan no na feel na wo yɛ no wa climb nsuo no to a
before see ever before see nsuo na beto na minister ebubu dan this ko bisa say baby a minister bubu dan nsuo amfa de hɔ
so no na kwa ka sɛ nipa na feel hɔ oni sɛ hɔ no yensi dan ɛna wa feel hɔ mika sɛ wa musa track say de fa wen edua de mako 20 na feel hɔ wa si dan yesi so wa ko budan no de ode feel yɛ no
well enti owusu I don't that is where I am coming from enti adenti ɛna yenye ne say the a bit say amasaman you have no right to be sit dan agu concrete dia grass untimi nua grass and I won't pay grass mutna enkotena amasaman
human rights for bebam
human rights I say your policy and uko is legona any trasako no on be see kokoshe grass a omodia wo
amanfo dia grass
I didn't know omodia wo enye sikafo fie abrofo uko mfie a enye omo ewo sika ne dia grass wo mfie o ka so enye ne dia grass enkebe ye fe ebe ma reduce flood na fire now also sanitation na American. The next one they say yen segregated rubber baller. Yen segregated baller.
Yen esi from boy
and their pro their yen rubber nini nyina akwakogu ade ba kum no say aka ho asem ache afi obi beti ekwati ya ma wo district assembly this amount of money
to asu bi e dey jai ene dey high
enti me say campaign na that is why Uma makwenya yi a asem we be na wotwini asem akona
na wo sema wo kana akogana food so on the say akopa
akwa be dey da so ka ye me da so ka and I me nwanwa say me say yemfanye district assembly should adopt it asofo inside there harvest okay ye ko yi skai
in fact harvest that what kind of me some me
go be ye manabro so hwe kokof bako eba ofie ho a acha by sabredi enye sa otu call from kakra bia ensu me ebe se wa ma ho ebubu egum opesipa no to form ni concrete nes e cast so ousu enu ano no ofie ho nsu nyina oni Ghana water ton kwanta mo be pai me talk Ghana water
yes from na
enti me say the next one they say yen segregate your baller ye we fie o ton because baller no koto agu a wutuaka me usu me tua sika ya na ye me yo me ya se me tua sika enti me ho na me tua sika hu hia enti me fie me ba a wadi 3 years onu mu so wo na bi odeto ofa ade bi obefa no onim de ye de
me wo ade kese a me bottle water si na agu woman bi ba
no obefa obi aka ni nyina bom ne na duane odi ya asai waka ni nyina bom e na odi ni nyina agu bola no waka banku nra wantimi ani ono amo wantimi ani no wakohwe agu bola e check akra bia ni fie ho
e bia ni wo so waka asem we wo ba ye de to no se waka asem we sui from awiabo kakra bia ye ja aka by next year we will still come back
and
here
and
talk about
it fire
na asama
osi ensu otobia no kai so se obi si dan
obi say cuz is that cuz prata that obi say obi UN radio asema atwa mu ni no ne do back up once na say na UN for just
in fact odwe ho a wonti ase minim de enti a
yeah topics no Gabi mentioned same through government and as a president say ye 350 million to support one now omo ho akwa here money when a minority leader for say no attorney general resign because untimi nkoyi sika free fund mu a onye dey on farm na kwa so eno wo ho a ye betimi aka okay let's talk about that one memo on next 5 minutes na to say you obey 35 minutes to go until we mention 10 yeah you 10
my men come in so many justice
we can say we say I just don't want us to discuss but I can't topic you know yes I just before I can communication director the man MPP among you say if MPP were in power 34 people who died in the flood would still be alive Me who say we who say be and I
when somebody make a so like we make a statement, let's not look at it on the surface value.
Na value, baby.
So maybe when I was speaking,
did you listen to him?
Me.
And I know we want some now. I
have got some now.
No, you see,
let's not trash it. Somebody can say,
I like you for one thing. You always discuss national issues. Once your justice Christ was shot, he was okay to say.
You see, all the point that he was raising, that was the first thing that I spoke about because my core other platforms.
The
same thing. Last time, the reason why I didn't want to even go there
or start here.
Because
when you politics,
because you see, I didn't come here for
politics. Why the shots here?
When I watch that, politics. That is one thing. Gabi started and they do a good.
The last time
I started with the same.
Which of course you
in fact, the only said.
Fantastic submission. That is how it's started. But let's all be here. Or your politics are managing when you.
No, like just on just 1 minute when I'm in you see, as director kind no, you see, me this how like I understand it. Because it's part of the flood issues.
Yes.
Also na me kuti maybe a year man penny that and there it is we oh no, you see it is man kasa we some kasa we are you don't even get the import of what I'm saying. I was quoting some Ayera President Kai say he was going to protect lives.
Yes.
So because of protecting lives, I said, and you are not and you know way. COVID by Ghana na ya watching. You run another one share and watch another name. I'm cast a COVID about Nagana, you say yen statistics 1 year, a cancer yen. The economic cancer indicators in effect. It's no main spending me Ghana for 1 to you. What did he do? Yan suspended a Kanye and so born there for some time. We were still even paying teachers and other people they were not working. It means that Ghana you prioritize the lives of your citizens. But we know 13.8 million now. That fund now. Finance Minister one providing. What did it? What was that money supposed to be used for? Because then I get the twa drain and I get it. And I can get it to expansion. I'm not
getting you.
No, mix it.
I'm not getting you.
You see. The fact is that if one life that was lost, what you mean, catcher said, the government
sometimes I can't think far. Your mom is over $100 million. So what you say? Look at his argument. Over $100 million. More than 65 million. Most of them acquire COVID-related activities. More than $22+ million. Acquire training. More than $7.9 million. Acquire consultancy for over 6 years. Now, in fact, the entire $100 million, no. We sue about $11 million to be able to do what they call flood-related activity, flood-related construction. Now, maybe about 1.5 years. Now, we're spending $30 million. Now, what they are flood-related activities are. Now, Momudi about $90 million.
No,
it's
nobody has spent no money. You see, somebody don't even understand what you're saying. Somebody who is listening, an idea of what you're saying,
a minute.
You know
I'll I'll be surprised. Listen to me. But I'll be surprised.
But when you are speaking and you are not factual and you don't know the
listen to me.
I will not let you finish with it.
Listen to me. Let's be real.
Like
As a Ghanaian.
That's what.
John Dramani Mahama and NDC just after President Kufuor. On being 8 years. Then Akufo-Addo's government. Your
making sure that you give my time out to me.
Moving 8 years. If indeed, more try to solve flooding problem. Ewukrum hase, right? Bit is a president. Time na allowed to flood the power. President Kufuor be yes agata kese no. Allowed flooding kokra till nanu day. If indeed 8 years, more put better measures added to our flooding situation one. I don't think within 1.5 years Ubiaba Ghana will flood and you put the problem so about 1 year no man yena flood in Aba. I don't get it.
Imagine say
I'm not getting it.
And your car said we don't ground and say over $90 million. Mudi year ni amope consultancy training and COVID related activities. We should $11 million. And I work in fear watching. And dear pa na mo ye sonko to be able to mitigate flooding. Yeah, said ya ban ba so afi ba ko ni fa. Yeah, ban na be sesa anyema ni nyina. Yeah, $30 million. Yeah, can say die bibia ntia ene nso be fa esa sabi okwabrani ni nyansa mu no. Onu fi se nkan pipi na wo so a enkasa nipa be se aduasan su no aduanan no nkomu. These are the same people. What is they no come so when we leave this country for NDC, their dollar will go to 30 cities. Yes, I don't catch it. Wasn't what they told us, and a dollar near saying. The same thing they told us. Sometimes they don't, yeah, no more, you know, much you and simply on my way.
So you're
on my way. They are what they could do, you know. Say, young men, yeah, dominant NDC Baswa. What did you do about flooding? $65 million COVID related issues. Go and check Samebua. $22.something million for training, $7.9 million for consultancy. What I tell them, me chop to me too for go money. Sikano diabudi yeah, no. You chop the money just like that. But I never can hear me and say, I think that this government must be proactive. The way we are prosecuting these guys, because sometimes say we have no catch say we mako this kana, and if you come and prosecute, I think we must be proactive. We must be up and doing because look and then. And the Common Fund Administrator was say, look, previous governor, Common Fund projects were tracing about 1,560 something. They don't exist. Common Fund. It's a new.
You just don't come and tell me.
And I'm saying it's a new report. I don't know. Maybe caveat say we must be proactive. And Crophobia or what? Now look at the mob that they've gotten. The Amoye will chrome have a prepare way. This country nearly banned.
But if you can't prove whatever we say,
look at those who are before court. Sometimes it is I want to say. Look at some of the cases before the competent court of jurisdiction. Some of the cases, no, we did not buffer stock. I'm telling my makoton or makoton bro. I can't say cat's near ye. They were sleeping there in the mosquitoes. No, daho. No, Kwabrania, or yet the chief executive, what time scanning the aquatic company, normally to try and normally hear your mope.
I said, court.
Massa, no, former conversation. You see, sometimes what you must understand, say, other Hana, or no one, no chief executive, your Daban company, no, I do buy on Kwan. Sometimes you must understand the name coach you be. I didn't think coach you be, or what no work for do a ban be. I didn't coach you be.
Send you be an Edibon.
Exactly. So you must understand that something went wrong. And my brother, Charlie. Anyway, my man call. What's them now? The 2 years so.
Yes.
Say, what's them going to say?
That's minority demanded Attorney General say on reason.
Finance Minister and Attorney General, which is finance is the director was given by the president, and then say why I have not read it, but I don't know what they are saying. But I think say contingency fund is meant for Satuirenchen Bitua. That fund is a critique for the purposes of some of this to emergency here beba. I don't say before I be paying. time of COVID by they took some part of the contingency fund at the finance COVID activities. And he said that to renchen we aba na or mine your fudu your sika bi da ho ya enchihie mu no ye de to say da hia penso no bibi sa ba yenye da yemfa ekwan se efa so na enko yisa sika no bi emfa mebo e ho akonhoma menim boni ewo mu de na menim de minority nti o me say Attorney General on resign. I've not read the report. I've not read the story.
All right. Then I'm going to right to him.
Right. But me who nientia on resign because say the purpose of
one
which
the proper way. I say ko faso. Ebia emra kwanya say ye sika da ho ba untimi sori mfa on sanko bom. Say what take it. We have some channel. You have to.
Yeah, that's say it's supposed to come to Parliament for approval.
So whatever proper way,
I don't know, but the American say the moment you call it a contingency, it is an immediate sort. It is an emergency sort. Yes, you can even when there's an emergency, you try to resolve it. You can come back and then do the right thing. It happens all the time.
All right, very well.
The way they
me kura mi ni say ni bro mo what is it? Yeti asese da me wo ofe na me ka say yeti asese na bia amomo aba na ye pon a asem kana make am e bia minim de menya afrim inti da me mama aduma wa beba betina no menya hu se momo abetana na meyem hyehye me awa mikrofo ya bayi e bia na ye epic obudi say de covid time mu yi here de na so mo ye no e bia mo efa baby enti this time no mu se bia sia mikrofo ekomu no omusie ma show. So when I listen to wa unua ofosukwache okay so ya mo bi scared better to be as mo ne mattress as
baby present
afa mama for ye
omukro ya na okay na nsa no mo ka say yi flooding ye see omunya hu the victims no nya omo mawu no omo ansuo form omo hu di aban de ya mo say what ase e na Felix e de betu dwa and was share the district bia days omode the relief items no e dey call e dey betu dwa na we nyina mo be ka say e na victims of the flood no yenye bibia mo na aban afede adansi abedadwa say government is giving the relief items no mo say ba say sika na dey yes ade no e say Attorney General on resign
mama na wase
this people and their hypocrisy. It is only Donald Trump and a bit minute campus.
All right, Governor Medase, you see, Gabi Mokasa sometimes Mokasa said they are saints. When it comes to matters of corruption, the NDC shouldn't even talk about it. I don't support corruption, whether under MPP or NDC. But you say, he who calls for equity must come with clean hands. And there, at first, in a finance minister, was he not standing court?
What did he do?
You see, let's respect our viewers.
Oh, Gabi, you are not convicted.
Governor, you see, oh my clients say I mean, at first in a finance minister in there. You see, sometimes in America, when it matters, we have to correct. But at least let's respect us in that regard. Or your finance minister, was he not standing court? And the Bank of Ghana, young governor, was not having a case at the courts. Was he not standing trial? Saglemi project what have you done about it? Mobile, you guys have found only prosecutor for all the cases, and they would chase to me. Thank you very much. There is a list of issues that you guys have not been very consistent with.
Some cases
stands about corruption. The fact that corruption, like too much. We all know that, like we said, the rule of what justice was going slowly. If indeed who were any friend say a bibia magana can let all the cancer nanka all cases no yen go say we name sampa now so all of these people now didn't answer about they are free from corruption not even talk about about
but ebasa mo na say blame mu the governor you were in power for 8 years mo de grofo yen cobra Monjman prosecute will be our. Now say ne party about no so who say even if the opposition party And man, you we are on an person. Then we have to give you guys the blame. Okay, be mama blame.
None of me who news be a babble, it's a gun and near Banty, we finity 2021.
UK Ghana.
Exactly. How long again I find that I can't be.
You are not getting what I'm saying.
No, I'm coming.
How they think it's totally different from how
it's not about how they think. As them, were these people not standing trial? Were they not? And they were. It's even if it was going to take us 10 years, let them face trial. Because you're penocran. What if in some manner you can form you see, I just want to go into because me crossing whether at the MPP or Gabi, man come in here the Gabi.
Now I tell you the
Gabi now you know trust me you kasa and then come me. Yeah, about 10 minutes now come and then about me. If you had better understanding of the issues, you could have spoken for yourself. Please don't do this.
Okay.
Asema na me pese me nka a friend is about Yera, director of communications no kan say. You see, COVID time by we saw an issue I'm saying people were dying. That we say as easy.
That's a man can be.
See, I know you paying change. Somehow. Me kasana say like you are helping. You didn't say anything. Anytime me kasana work.
I shouldn't even brief.
I tell you okay.
So if me you cry,
we travel from far.
They are things that are not being fed to me.
It's not helping the conversation.
Right. Yeah, good. Don't mind him.
I'm a very focused person.
Yeah, don't mind him.
But there's that. It's here for no motion. Like we be quiet in our
don't mind him.
Why?
Don't mind him.
If politics for you, I'm sure like it's 50 plus. Now we are youth. Charlie. If I tell you, see now I've stayed in that place for 6 years. I know how people suffer in that area. So I can could job na contact me anywhere. Your time na you contact me man. It's been there till now. I have people that I talk to on a daily basis. So some of us say, it's not as if maybe like I might look very nice and everything, but bro, I have had the opportunity to experience life at different levels. So when we are speaking in a politics in San politics, don't put all of them in one basket, please. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Move on.
COVID by and my friend is saying, President, am I spending on Ghanaians? Or say it's a nipa back question in Kwan. Yet me for him back. But the economy you cut down. We can put measures in place to revive the economy. Didn't we have a friend saying he at like inflation at 58%? When we were leaving government, what was the inflation again? 23%. So as a man now president kind of then, it was true then, and we were able to justify it by that. That wasn't not the best. But it tells you that not kind, no one not come as in TN, ye disika beto Garrett fund, ye can say ye BBA or flood mitigation programs, but there was a need for you to continue. Abra Akoraba, who school boy can say got killed and say like he lost his life. No. President Ebert trust statement on Mekani actually said it had exposed the incompetence of the then government.
Do you know where I'm not getting?
Let me finish.
Do you know where I'm not getting? Okay, me too.
Say me too. 2024, one person lost their life. 1 out of 40 is saying. So if the director catcher say, even like on the hindsight, all catcher say, if we're in government, we wouldn't be recording 40 plus people dying now. That was what they were trying to mean. Say we were able to spend to do those projects because World Bank was rating us. On what basis was the World Bank rating us? For some work done, and also a moderately was satisfactory. So instead, can you maybe would they rate us? Argentina 13.8 accounts. 2025, Mubeyi Free Kodi Mujuma, Mayana, Finance Minister Sabara to back. What was those monies to be used? We were one of the MP statements or Kanwa. He see, or Kacha said the reason why I am spending on Gary project because the Finance Minister wanted us to have what a proper fiscal discipline. Maybe
I will just read the quote for you. You see, you can't say one man, you can't impossible, and that's your boy Yen Chimaka. These are comments made by your MPs in Parliament. Said the reason why the finance minister did not spend was because they wanted to achieve fiscal discipline. So the fiscal discipline, is it important than the lives here? Say unya all the indicators say
or spending
what is
such money that you are talking about? Say finance minister spend day, yeah. And a flooding we see. You say it's go be.
We are saying they are saying say they are saying say the reason why they are saying say the reason why they are saying say the reason why Asasika can spend because World Bank actually say the finance ministry did not release the monies for the continuation of those projects. And the reason why they didn't release the money is because the NDC wants us to always look and say the fundamentals are looking good and all of that. But my reason is that at the expense of lives, and at 40 lives, if one life, the president was able to talk about it, how much 40 and counting? And it's a uluki if all the indicators are looking good. All the numbers ever make sure
way and now percent almost spending I can if afford to name. Is that what
you don't get it? You see, you are trying to trivialize the statement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The input of the statement is what I'm explaining.
I'm saying that
the input of that statement is what I'm explaining. Say the money was supposed to be spent on projects to mitigate the impact, the heavy impact of the rains that we are seeing now. And no young spending, we have had 40 people and counting dead.
Very well.
Could we see always spend this because they Ghana for
do you know why when you compare this one to COVID happening for how many years?
It's not about the years, it's about you.
It's about what you prioritize. Do you get it?
2025 now anti-flat force. What was their purpose? What's the meaning of anti?
Anyways, so now the more size can let's move on. What are you done?
Let me just start 2 minutes on the issue. The very issue. You see, the issue about the contingency for me, it's not even about say Attorney General like and I mean, like I've said times to that number that he's one of the incompetent ministers that we've ever had. He has shown that
and that this administration
exactly. Obia among the first 5 ministers that was named by the government. No man in the Jumodi and Chess Obia, he has even become a deputy AG before. But I'm talking about his resignation. The fact is that contingency fund, you cannot just go and take money from it. You come to parliament to see what's like approval. So the minister came to parliament.
Just do the right thing.
Exactly. He came to parliament to come and talk about this. So he has it. And everybody in the chamber understands what we have gone through. Chairman Accra parliamentarian Ben or say the constituency like sad news. Say they approve say yes, Konoko first ask. But I think that's can that account Bank of Ghana troll letter say no. I think there's a court issue. It prevents them from taking the money from the fund. And if there is another place government want to take that 350 million from her, he needs to also come back to parliament and let Ghanaians know where that is what we have not done.
Because you definitely come and take it from here after the court case. Now they are back question.
Governance, accountability and transparency.
It's very important. Yeah.
That is all that we are saying. It's not even about his resignation. But I don't hear me problem with them. And then I can say, I've heard the government's communications minister talking about some 91,000 victims. Like our numbers now, supposedly they are the ones who are affected. So I have 350 million CDC. Maybe may know why be like ATA. Our problem is not about mattress. If we nankasan yetimuna, I didn't like I say. How do I even assess that money? In Kofa or Muya mattress, no, and I say be like a community between. How have you guys been able to even like identify them? And if I come on who is even responsible for distributing of those funds? Send your money into me, and so you are starting to mattresses.
I get you. When I listen to yes. And I was like, and it's not about mattress. I don't need mattress.
I don't need it.
We win here. But items no boss.
I said macro now, macro.
Yeah, or you and that
people not eating.
Maybe
so you see how we be able to
also get people
so you see how we be able to mitigate
and so far we mattress na me here. And oil na me here. Then I me here totally different from the neighbors here. And you don't just say yeah, yes, can Obi get rimpo actually Obi 5,000. That person can set up Indomie.
I was really come to come about
what is Obi get
also the MPP don't have any moral right whatsoever.
We need to progress.
And
this 1 minute. When you say this my mom is now my family. And when you say and then we still face unemployment issues. Companies and say Ghana for Kakrana or Mitsumi then it be in Kakrana. You saw videos of warehouses. Some Kofono, you were giving lives to these young guys who pay 100. Oh, there was one particular place that they were talking about. Say some were foreign nationals or some Kofono. How do you as a government help say the private sector like I was of your money? Then now we are bomb. And this as Uncle will come and add that to the
insurance will take care of it. Insurance. Companies have insurance. Companies have insurance. When there's a disaster, the four of the insurance. Companies have insurance.
Okay.
How do you politicize this?
You want to depend on
companies have insurance. Who told you?
I think
companies have insurance.
I think the topic is a bit missing here. Me, Ebra Namiti, Madam, your friend is Deputy Majority Leader,
Minority Leader, Patricia
Piaget, Usunamiraho. Issue near day. Why are they saying, say, Attorney General and resign? How much they say? Contingency fund, no. Ya Ganashi account, no.
Yeah.
Ganashi, day. Ye can't Ganashi. Also, ye lawyers. But I dear be bassy law no ye day.
Now,
Ganashi, no. Pay Oshe our a court, ye mrana ye day, a high court now. Civil procedure, no. Rule 2004 CI 47 year. Say, ye can't Ganashi na a third party. Ye were Ganashi, my father say, your creditor, what they make up, what access what they make up, they meet me no car. Who was with the make up? Who was with the make up? One the make up. And I made no court. And a court to a bua or say Triamica. And a woman is canning Triami. And I mean, a bank. Mostly, I had a bank assembly account. Because ni bibi wo. And I me sika wo ne bank ho. And a court on say, me sika na wo wo nchen no. Ma emfa ma me. Na yemfantua wo oka no. Enti Ganashi no ye wo process. Ozu ma she dan ma to me bo e na me chirechire mu na wo tifo atiase. Ye wo process
na kaseta na so me.
Omuntimi nkasa. Process no ye wo bibia ye frɛ no Ganashi order nisi. And ye wo Ganashi order absolute. Difference between wo. Ganashi order nisi ne say. Court ne chro ma bank ne say. Wo memra emechirem die nti a emra mu die nti a bintimi mfa sa sika no entua wo osuka galamse Ganashi order absolute no and say after mako chirem awi a court ne feel say enchiremu na me de ba ne ntoasomu no ne court no a order say ne scan my infama me
to go nti man chiremu ye
because man
wanti won chiremu
enti we no ye wo bibi wo wa ye friend contingency fund. Contingency fund ne ye say ya sika ye de ato ho say so oman ne kwa huhiahiem ebra ye ni na ye ho so na ato yire nche bi to ye ya yenko yi sa sika ni bi mfa mo ye ho bra ena obi ene aban won sa asesem ho manson ene ye bua e de ama onipa ne say aban tua ne ka ena aban entua ye and what they Ganashi akoto contingency fund na what Bank of Ghana no or the akoto so. And Attorney General court into when ye Ganashi Nisi, not Ghana share absolute. And a buying a court, a court, see or more court. And a to yen chamwa kotu yen. In so yinipa. Obabi, and then a ma. In so for 1 year manina, Diomu bedi krenio. A dying yes, eh? But se nipa na ni dia survive a untimi nsi dan ma no. E na ban ne say SSC e kofa contingency fund no. Na Attorney General ne mramu no otu o mampanifo aban ne fo e fa mrasem ho. Ne Bank of Ghana mpeso mu release sika no e bra finance minister e ko say yemfa sika ne bi e ma ye ne yemfa nko hwe Ghana fo mo ho a kire o. E na Attorney General court throw ye emram Echo advice Bank of Ghana say the one a Ghana share nisi and not Ghana share absolute. Nisa nintino yisikano na nya no nko akura ni sika e da account no we ye emergency Ghana for bi wu ne yemfa nkoso mo asene na oba ye press conference say aden dia ko yisa sika. Now this is legal issue. Court order si eguso a eyeden
a contempt, yes.
A contempt. It's a Ghanaian Attorney General contempt. Ghanaian Attorney General contempt. Now, for say assembly as empire. After no marking your lawyer, only a majority leader. Kasabre have respected after no marking power. I say, baby, I do no. MPP in TSC the anti Omulusu election. Senkomo TSC Kenya Sembia no Bekambi. After no marking is aware, send the people won the constituency, they were affected. So this press conference, you know, if we headquarters and I say free baby say koya onye. Then this is your friend say Patricia Piaget who could read the way. Nanka law after no marking ka who watch the counting ebe kasa assembly. But onim say asem na omoko kane nye papa into anye the deputy. Onye lawyer. Onye lawyer. Ono na ekwa reason.
This 7 minutes here.
You see numbers and meet press conference. Meet press conference. Na me ra hopa. And obia be yes press conference na. It shouldn't have come from a lady. Because sounds to yenche mu eba yi. Osu ema ne bebre ma ne kwala na ebre pa. Into the issue of say obi nya baby na de no. Yes. A issue, but the most pressing issue they say usu owo no better na dey che
0532504600 and 0532509920 yemre na ye ayenti no ofra no ama ofide na kofa
ade che na ensu afa obi bia usika kura ego obotomu ni. What is the emergency relief at that time? Yes, anybody obeda enti me order Queen mattress so abandon to me to Queen mattress na ma but I soon ya baby da enti just spare mattress
na da banana da so first mo frɛ no mo frɛ de ato so sisi
na udi indomie ene enso de fridge ko abandon pe bibi kakra e ma wo se de kobunkun na nu achi na ye wo entutuye bi a ya toto enti ska me ba yi enka discussion esese ye ne say e kwan ben na nipa na mostly affected no and affected with this flood no obiansa be candidate. That should have been the discussion. That should have been the issue of minority be raising because what minority is there to keep the government in check. Etika Madam Patricia Piaget was say and come on the numbers to obian frefre. Then you are finding out then you are finding out to say enipa na omu data no omu nso omu nya na ase ye hwehwemu
hello good evening didn't maybe akasa free hello yes I didn't maybe akasa free good evening akasa free tema ewa akra ya meet you me contributing kakra yeah me too be Friday should tell me pacho into the fire no na mama etina parliament ho say omu accuse dey for mo say no help no
In fact, Mamma no, a man, you don't say.
Mamma no, Swasi. Hello, good evening, didn't baby Akasa free. Hello, didn't baby Akasa free.
Lokase fi takrade.
Takrade ma.
From Kujo.
Kujo or takrade ma mean to Kujo.
Yes, asama ibi wal Kenya. I say a NDC. Woba bemuno. Bibia 40 bia o di blame MPP. Aba bem 1.5 year. You say you have for woman for. Na ege blame kama MPP a we fi minimum. In some opposition our can the mensamono, ana no lukutia wano. Share a block of the bay. On man paying uncle for 1 man, okay, you want this free general under there. Okay, you want to blame money, but pay you want to buy. COVID time, lockdown, teachers who are here do my Uchawan cow. Let's end in Suira, but come on in Suir. And this fool 2 months so I know. No better radio that, TV that. And I could find it a 1 year. I could find it a 1 year. 1 year, I've been to send a do the 1 year, no, a year, and so you are watching it. The mouse in there, don't tell the OC woman and I brother. Tell I want to work with Piala. When she said, oh, baby, I'm gonna find a bread. BB, $1 so dollar perform, that's a woman for and I pay on that bay.
Mamma, I say, and usually in your commons out. Hello, Udini baby Akasa free. Hello, Udini baby Akasa free.
Me Akasa free there, man.
Okay.
Me actually TV via, but yes, mamma say you almost discuss more.
Oh my.
Yeah, okay. But so who do one life? But to me, it's economy. But who will say? Voting time over Kumipa 20 or Nipa.
Mamma, I say, Bam say, Okra, but not young fancy. More mammy pressure was it. Mamma, last caller. Hello, didn't baby Akasa free. Hello, good evening, didn't baby Akasa free. Man, so okay, mammy, tell you.
Mamma no, on me Ghana boy.
Mentio, free TV no one anime Casa and Pacho. Okay, well, free so I have more mammy pressure. Mammy for
Senka, Madame no, why near press conference Naneke. Ozu, Wahadjane. Na NPP, Omugo Mamanoku, Mesromo, and Yasimpia near Kabi.
Una bitu omugo was
no my cousin we actually also don't say oh NPP and actually you share
na there no mayo omugo amayo
na de o ye Ghana for wona ensu afaw e na ban abre osika na yese de o de sika na bre oni yankokire ne ntumu a yenyi na di so abre osika
Right, say we be can we the killer point the plan and the work for say omo a isu na for omo sika ba dey brother every watching into na you know okay na you didn't free one yan chin into nya no aro me ba mama me just 2 minutes campaign cause
me campaign dey me discuss wo
munyanko bibi na tambera mo aba na
December
it is better to spend and protect lives of your people than say
Ghana for who say wamambo ye true indicate
who are you going to show?
Na papers look good. Na say or mine na say ho chire ya. Say na
so when the lives are lost,
but also you can't.
Mamena mase.
I don't know kasa on pesa. I don't know. No, we are not on pesa kasa.
Me I will report kasa. Report kasa.
The woman say